to get a bubble bath.
Billy was teeny tiny, dehydrated. I think something happened to her mom.
What do you think about that?
A Good Samaritan came across her running across the street and took her to my rehab center. She was the most precious thing I've ever seen. I started rehabbing wildlife out of my home because there wasn't a wildlife center in the Texas Panhandle.
Look at that face.
I know, he's adorable. After we rehabilitate Billy, our goal is to release her back into the wild. If we can't release her, then she'll definitely be loved and cared for. But the first goal was to make sure that she was healthy. At 4 weeks old, Billy was on formula and then weaned over to solids. Billy got big very quick. And then she went to the next step, learning how to dig for food. And now she's healthy and she's a great weight. Badgers, they're such a independent and aggressive animal. And so we were hoping Billy's instincts would kick in. As she got a little bit older, she was pawing at her enclosure for us to get her out.
Come on, no, come on.
I started to let her interact and really, stretch her legs.
Billy.
I just kept trying everything to wild her up, but she'd want to follow me everywhere.
You're ridiculous.
Billy's the neatest little badger, that she's independent, curious, fun. Billy and I formed a bond pretty fast. So when I get close to her, she makes like this purring noise. Billy and I definitely have a strong connection because even when she gets sassy with me, she's just like a teenager that's talking back. Billy wanted to interact with our rehabber's dog, Gertie, but we tried hard to make sure our domestic animals are separated from the animals in rehab.
Stop attacking my legs. I'm trying to get work done. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna report you to HR.
She's just a very playful personality. We owe it to Billy to try everything we can to help get her back to the wild. But she began imprinting on us around 3 months of age. She sees us as her source of food. So that made it very difficult for us to get her ready for release. You ready, Mama? It's bath time. Oh, I bet that feels good. We had another rehab reach out to us about a young badger, roughly the same age as Billy, and was really hoping maybe by getting her with another badger, it would help Billy. I was definitely optimistic that they would both be releasable. They played a little bit at the beginning, but there was a little bit of aggression, and then they eventually just got to where they were playing all the time. But when they get tired of each other, they want to go in their separate spaces. I mean, these are badgers. They're part of the Wolverine family. Wolverines chase off giant bears. These guys are gonna have no problem wilding up. Wrong. So now instead of having one friendly badger, we have 2 friendly badgers. We started to realize that Billy was not gonna be a candidate for release because she's imprinted on humans. So releasing Billy back out in the wild at this point would put her in danger. I mean, it makes me sad that we can't release her. But Billy is like nothing else I've ever worked with in all my years.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
She wanted to stick around. Once we realized that Billy wasn't gonna be released back into the wild, we allowed Billy and Gertie's friendship to blossom. We are headed to Gertie's house.
Billy, are you ready to play with Gertie?
Hey, guys. The first thing that they want to do is always explore, what they're going to get into next. I do think that Billy did pick up some canine instincts as far as the playing fetch.
Bring it here. It's like, no.
She's not graceful.
She's gonna fall over.
At all.
Billy. How's my girl doing? How's my girl?
She is very well loved and spoiled. The world kind of revolves around her to some extent. She loves to play in empty bags, boxes, and her ball pit. I don't know if she enjoys it more or we do. It was hard to tell. Once we started to realize that Billy was not going to be a candidate for release, the goal was to get an indoor-outdoor enclosure built outside to where she can act on those wild instincts. I think she's going to have a blast.
You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you.
And you would hate for an animal that can't be released to then not be able to do something great.
You ready?
We started to kind of prep her and work with her so that she can go to a school and teach kids to respect the animals that are in the wild. She's doing pretty good on the harness. She's a little bossy and likes to tell us where she wants to go, but that's all a part of the process.
You're gonna go straight for that mud, aren't you?
Okay, I think she's ready.
All right, Mama, let's get inside. Come on.
I don't know how it's gonna go, but she is a badger after all.
Hi, guys.
We live in a community where badgers are seen as nuisance animals that don't even get a chance. The more you can learn about wildlife, the more you can respect and appreciate their environment.
I'm a professional badger scratcher also. Really get in there.
Billy just had a blast.
Okay, ready?
Today, we're going to go over the plans for Billy's new enclosure.
Looks like Billy's already starting to break ground.
I mean, if we can't release her back into the wild, we owe it to Billy to have the space that she needs I will absolutely miss having Billy running around in her quirky ways, but then I'll get to go out and see her at any time. This is an amazing journey for Billy, and we never saw it coming. 6 months ago, if you would have told me we got a baby badger in, I would have thought, well, those things are meaner than snot, but she's just different and special and wonderful. And now she can play with Polly and Gertie. It's a beautiful friendship. Her life has purpose. I never in a million years thought a badger could be so loving as she is. But Billy shows that every animal is different and special.
I am so proud of you.